Hello, welcome back to Outlandish Claims, everyone. This is the start of a brand new day, brand new week. We are talking all MLB in this one. You're not going to get multiple episodes of MLB anymore. Just one. Just one. So, if you're an MLB person, soak it in. Gentlemen, as always, weekly recaps and weekly projections. We're going straight into those.
Weekly outlooks looking like weekly recap. What's the deal with everyone getting upset about pitchers nowadays? Because it's like, granted, you shouldn't cheat, and if you cheat, don't get caught. But like, okay, I get it. You're gonna go after Gerrit Cole, but why go after Jake DeGrom? When Jake DeGrom is schooling you left and right. Left and right. This man has an 0.54 ERA. Struck out Tatis the other night. And now you want to come at this man's neck. Because the man is Steph Curry. Okay. That's about it. MLB, get your life right. Pitchers, prove you're not cheating. Unless you're the Astros. Apart from that, weekly outlooks looking like, Shohei, and I'm going to say it again, Shohei Ohtani is pissed. He's mad. He's angry at the umps. He's going to take no prisoners now. He's going to take his – we know him at the plate. He's going to take his pitching to the next level now. 10 strikeouts, tops.
All right.
I don't care who the next opponent is. 10 Ks.
All right. Well, for starters, the Yankees suck again. The Giants are the best team in baseball at the moment. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has over 20 home runs at this pace. And it looks like Nolan Gorman could get the call-up from the Cardinals. He was at 3 home runs and has 7 in his past 5 games. So a lot going on, but those are the main topics that I want to consider because, yes, exactly, Adam's reaction is everything that needs to be said. If it wasn't for Arenado, I think Nolan Gorman would be the starting third baseman at this point. My outlook is going to be on the Yankees in the sense of this week will be, are they going to sell or are they going to buy? Because with the current core they have, I think they know as well as most of the fans that this team's not going to win a World Series, especially if Gerrit Cole is, doctoring baseballs and now he's kind of been sluggish in his past few starts because they were trying to avoid any suspensions. So I think they start this their first series against Toronto, who is, mind you, right there for third place in the AL East with them. So if they can't beat a Toronto team that's got great hitting but no pitching, I think they're going to make a big splash for a future free agent as like a sign trade type of thing. Maybe like a Trevor Story or Corey Seager type.
I think you teed it off perfectly, Gio, because when you talk about the Blue Jays, I think it is possible that the Yankees could get swept in that series. The Blue Jays are only 32-30. The Yankees are only 33-31. And to take it a step further, the Yankees have lost 7 of their last 8. One of those including the Twins, which they usually dominate the Twins. And, I mean, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Not like he got the best pitching from the Twins. J-Happ, I had to bench him personally. Think about this. I benched J-Happ personally because I knew that he was going to be bad against the Yankees. But that's besides the point. That aside, I think you have a situation where getting into the Blue Jays, I mean, let's talk about it right now. The MVP of the American League, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has arrived, y'all. A new career high in home runs with 20, and we're not even really halfway through the season, okay? That tells you everything that you need to know. I think taking it a step further, I was thinking about it earlier this morning. Steroids aside, hear me out. I think we have the Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire of this generation, and Vlad Guerrero Jr., Ronald Acuna Jr., and last but not least, Fernando Tatis.
You want to explain to me how you're leaving Juan Soto out of this?
I mean, listen, I'm talking about just the guys this year. We know Soto has been a superstar, but I'm talking about the guys that, yeah, exactly. He's been up and down. Trout's been injured. I'm talking about the young guys right now. You know what I'm saying? We have as dynamic as those 3 players that we had saw coming up as children in the late 90s into the early 2000s. That baseball has that trilogy right now in those 3 superstars. But in terms of my weekly projections, I think that Vlad Guerrero, since he's facing not only the Yankees and the Orioles, not only do I think the Jays have a chance to make up ground in the AL East, I think that they sweep the Orioles, and Vlad Guerrero Jr. could very much have another 4 home runs during that series. That's my weekly projection.
So last time we did this show, I stumped both of these guys mostly with the John Lester, or as we should say, John motherfucking Lester, for last week's stat. So Acuna's stat this week, he's already got at least 15 home runs in the leadoff spot. So there are only 3 other active players that have ever had a season worth 35 or more home runs while batting first in the lineup. Can you name the other 3? Current.
Yeah, I was gonna say active because I was about to jump with Alfonso Soriano.
Mookie.
Soriano would have been one of them. No, Mookie is not one of them.
Altuve.
No.
Chris Bryant.
Springer.
Springer's one of them. Chris Bryant is not.
Springer. Wow.
2 left.
I couldn't remember who batted leadoff. I was like, one of those cheaters. I know.
One of those cheaters, and it
No,
was
it was
Springer.
one of those cheaters.
Yeah.
Xander.
Not Xander. It's a good choice, though.
That's almost like Mookie.
Mm-hmm. I mean, whenever you want clues, I can give them, but I think we're still early in that stage. Because you got Springer.
I mean, we're going team. Oh, I'm gonna shoot myself. Charlie Blackmon. No one.
Charlie Blackmon's the second one.
Charlie Blackmon.
Chuck Nasty. See, Adam, I thought you would have got Chuck Nasty first.
Yeah, I should. Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm thinking about it because of how high-powered that Rockies are.
Yeah. A couple of years ago, he was getting a 30-30 season, I think. Or at least close to it.
Margot, Arenado, Story.
Oh, yeah. But, all right, so you got Springer and Chuck Nasty. There's one more.
There's one more.
I am a little mad. I'm madder about that one than John Lester.
As you should be.
Eugenio Suarez?
No, but I like the creative guess.
Adam Jones.
No, but I like that guess
He's not
too.
even active. Technically, he's in Japan.
Yes.
That's.
Raking in Japan, may I add.
Is it?
Yelich?
Not Yelich.
Ooh.
Is it Lindor?
It's Lindor. Mike Edwards once again. This man's on a roll. It's 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, it's got to be Lindor. I mean, Cleveland Indians. Yeah.
Yes.
I hope I burn you. I hope I burn you with my hockey stat. Now I'm gonna start the hockey episode with that one.
Yes.
Recap and weekly outlook. Tampa Bay, my weekly outlook, gets Chicago White Sox. Not only do they get the White Sox, they get to, I believe, go there. Yep, they're in Chicago. They're in the South Side. Hooey! Battle of first places. It's going to be a really, really tough matchup for both teams. The matchups look like this. Tyler Glasnow versus Lance Lynn, and that's just game 1. Game 2, you get Shane McClanahan versus Dallas Keuchel. Young gun with a great arm versus an old guy who's a Cy Young winner. And then third, Ryan Yarbrough, who just pitched the first complete game in Tampa history. Ooh, there's a fun stat, which I'll get to in a second. Since a certain time, which I'll get to, versus Lucas Giolito. So here's a baseball stat. I'm going to swipe right back in your faces. Who was the last Tampa Bay Ray to pitch a complete game and bonus points for when he did it?
Current?
He's currently active, yes.
But he's not in the Rays now, though.
I will not answer that question. If you want that to be a hint, that will be my first hint to you.
So pitch
Well,
a what game?
A complete game for Tampa Bay. Who was the last one to do it, and bonus if you get the year.
Okay. I like when I'm getting tested because as much as I love giving out the questions, I love answering. Okay.
I feel like the popular choice is going to be David Price, but he would never go that way.
It is not David Price.
I mean, I was one of the people I was considering, but active player. I'm trying to go through like the list of former Rays and current ones. This might be a shot in the dark, but Chris Archer?
Nope.
I figured not.
He doesn't throw enough innings.
Yeah.
Neither does Blake.
Please. Definitely not Blake. Should have been, though.
Charlie Morton.
Nope.
No. Wow.
Is he Yarbrough?
Nope.
Even before that? No, okay.
Let me know when you would like your hint.
This is tough.
Yeah, because I really don't haven't followed the race that much. I mean, if you want to give us a hint, I'm not going to be mad because
Okay, I'll give you a hint. I'll give you whichever hint I think is kind of a bigger deal. He is not one of the big name pitchers.
Okay, that helps a bit.
He's not a big name pitcher. Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the ones I'm thinking of. That's why I'm blanking. I mean, Garza was a big name for Tampa when he was there.
Right. Same with James Shields, I think.
Mm-hmm. Fun fact, I mean, this is not even close to what the question is, but just so I want to hear Mike say it, the White Sox traded James Shields, or they traded a certain player for James Shields so long ago.
Fernando Tatis!
Oh, yes! Okay, now I can that's the question.
I'm going to lose his voice from doing this so much. Would you like a second hint?
Sure.
Yes.
Currently plays for the Red Sox.
Nathan Eovaldi?
Good guess, but no.
Dang it!
All right, one of us got to get this. Huh.
It wasn't Pivetta, wasn't Rodriguez, apparently not Eovaldi. Deeper in the rotation. I don't even know the rotation.
Who said rotation?
Oh. That helps, even though I have no idea. Goodness.
Dang it.
Does it burn, Gio? Does it burn to have the acid thrown in your face?
It hurts. I don't like this.
Does anybody want to wave the white flag?
No, we got to get this.
Oh, no, yeah, I ain't waving the white flag just yet, but I'm considering it at this point because
There will be no white flag above my home.
I'm considering I don't want to touch this. I'm trying my best not to. It's a very Tampa thing to do. Say it.
What was the name of?
Oh, I thought you had it. Never mind.
Matt Andres.
Yo.
I'm going to edit this out, but I know damn well you were looking it up on your phone. I heard the phone go down. I saw you looking at your lap. I was a teacher. I know when kids are looking at their laps, they're not inspecting their dick.
Never mind. He doctored the baseball. I can't cheer for him now. I was gonna say, holy crap, you got
Oh,
it.
that one I did. Yeah.
You did John Lester too.
No, I didn't.
Okay, I thought you did.
I didn't.
All right.
I didn't do that one. No.
I know you didn't do Lindor. I know you didn't do Lindor. Lindor, you got that
Right,
one. I know
Lindor
damn
one.
well you were looking up on your phone. You were staring down at your lap. You were like, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, what's his name? Cluck clunk, cluck clunk. So subtle, Mike.
We would have been here the whole time.
Yes, you would have.
Well
In
done.
2016, Matt
Well done.
Andrews. And, well, boys and girls, there you go. There are your two stats of the day. And my weekly recap looks like this. Yes, the Giants are the best team in baseball by win percentage. Except they only were the best team in baseball until yesterday. Because yesterday they lost. And yesterday Tampa won. So now Tampa's the best in the league, not just in record, but in win percentage. Tampa was the first team to 40 games, but they played more games than the Giants, so they had worse winning percentage. But now that they won a game and the Giants lost a game, they are now higher in win percentage as well. Glory be. Happy day. La-di-da. We'll move into the news stories of the week. We got Demetrius talking about the Mets. Demetrius, give us what you got. One which you already talked about, which was Jake DeGrom, so we can spend a little less time on that. Well, we talk about Pete Alonso and the Mets GM.
I don't need cracks in this. I don't need cracks in the system now. Pete, you just came back, Pete. No.
You might not need it. But we're still going to talk about it because it's interesting. And the fact is, Pete Alonso says that the MLB is manipulating the balls, and they have been for however long.
Yeah.
And the GM is like, no, not really. 2 days ago, there was an interesting development that was not on ESPN that I saw, that former Red Sox player Will Middlebrooks, there's a name for you gentlemen, ladies that are watching this show, former MLB champion with the Red Sox, Will Middlebrooks, pointed out that in 2018, for $395 million, MLB bought Rawlings.
That's right. They did.
Which I did not know.
Yeah, they bought a share of Rollins a couple years ago.
No, they bought the rights to Rawlings.
Yeah.
So now they have access to the manufacturer.
Yeah, and they've been juicing the ball since. Yes, because 2019 was the juiciest of all balls when Christian Yelich was hitting bombs and Miller Park left and right.
I did not know about this purchase. I'm sure Gio knew, but it was never in our group chat about baseball. It was never put there that that MLB bought Rawlings, which shows you how swept under the rug this deal was.
Oh no, you know how I found out.
How?
Baseball bits. Yeah, it was mentioned in an episode of Baseball Bits about how we should fix Major League Baseball. Pull the mound back. Don't juice the balls. Make them less round on purpose. Please and thank you. Fix the seating.
So this certainly adds a wrinkle to the claim that the Mets GM is making that they don't doctor the balls and haven't to hurt free agents.
Yeah, that's
I mean, they still swing for home run or nothing. That doesn't change the fact. But
that's like saying that Blake Griffin doesn't flop. That's like saying that Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire didn't use steroids.
They did? Oh, my God, they used steroids? No way. But since we're on the Mets, we'll go back to your weekly recap topic of Jacob deGrom.
Yeah. Jake.
A lot of Mets players came to his defense. Now, in 30 seconds or less, you get two answers here. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a minute total, 30 seconds or less. Why do you think he's not screwing around with the ball and stick him and whatever? And why do you think he is screwing around with the ball? You have to take both sides here. Evidence for and against.
That's fine. Jacob deGrom isn't screwing around with the ball because, I don't know, he's won back-to-back Cy Youngs.
That's not evidence. That's not evidence he's not screwing around. If anything, that's evidence.
On a fledgling Mets team that can barely win the NL East because we have no offense. Because Jake deGrom is Steph Curry. Jake deGrom could be doctoring the baseballs because he is doing this well at such a high rate, which tends to make fans and other teams irate.
Right, irate. I see what you did. That cadence right there. That was smart. It was good. It was good. Good stuff. Good stuff.
No MF Doom in there.
I would not exactly say that just because he won 2 Cy Youngs, that's evidence he's not doctoring the ball. However, as you say, the fact that he's the only one on that team that's remotely successful aside from Pete Alonso in his rookie year, that would be good enough evidence for me, I think.
Yeah.
I think people.
But it's like Jake deGrom has gotten hurt, so he is human. Yeah. He's not some kind of pitching machine.
Got hurt again the other day.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Right wrist or something, flexor, strain, something. I don't know.
It's like the man grabbed that as a belt and they claimed him for cheating.
Yep.
Cheating. He's cheating. Call up Rob Manfred. He did it again. He did it again.
Where's Bud Selig when you need him?
Right. Literally overlooking everything.
Cheating? What? What cheating?
Ooh, expansion.
Ooh, expansion. And now we're back. We're going to go with the Yankee news because Gerrit Cole. Now, I want to emulate this in a way. So in 45 seconds or less, give me a better answer than Gerrit Cole gave the reporters in his 45 seconds. Mike, we'll start with you.
Oh, man. I mean, talk about just snitching on yourself, right? I mean, Stop Snitching should be a campaign that comes back. That was one of the most disastrous interviews that I've ever seen.
Mike, you're asked the question. Do you use spider glue Stick with
Yeah.
how you answer.
Confirming I do not use spider glue. Okay, all right, definitively and forcibly. I don't even know what spider glue is. Okay,
There you go. Full on Ryan Braun defense. How difficult was that, Gerrit?
Exactly.
And it took him 10 seconds to do it. Gio, let's hear how you take it.
I would just say I don't use it. It took 2 seconds to say that. You couldn't just mention that instead of, oh, when you did you dig the glue, the net, you can do. You're getting paid $325 million by the Yankees to throw a baseball. Be honest about it.
No matter what you said, we would know you're lying, or at least think you're lying. So you might as well go full Bill Clinton. I did not have doctored relations with that baseball. Just do it. You're lying anyway. Just follow his lead. What's wrong with you? Be done with it and move on. You're not going to be found. No one's going to believe you, just like they don't believe DeGrom. Is DeGrom using it, yes or no?
I don't think he is.
Probably not.
I don't think so either. I think he's just that freaking good. He's been doing it for years.
Well, it's also the spin rate, too. It's not as much of a difference over the years. It's been consistent.
That will do it for us today. We'll be back tomorrow with a different sport. Let's see what it's going to be. We'll see you then. All right, let's get the quick one out the way.
Oh, you tease.
What'd I do?
You're like, oh, you got to find out what sport it is tomorrow.
Well, it's up to you guys. We could do the quick one, which is only 2 topics of the NFL, or we could go right to NBA, where I just ask you guys a bunch of questions, or we could do NHL, where I give you the stat and make you want to kill me again. And then
I want that.
Okay.
That was fun. Even though it was painful, it was fun.